Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Crypto Walk with Alex Dozier. And today we're going to do a market update. We're going to see what's going on, what I've making money on. The world is green out there and fresh off the press. Acorns adds Bitcoin. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off on CoinDesk like I always like to do. Right off the top here, Bitcoin up almost 7%, sitting just below 48,000. Ethereum up 7%, sitting at 3,400. Uh, Great things happening today. Great things happening. It's been really good for the last few weeks. Now, if you follow me and you've heard what I've been saying, I kind of called it and said, hey, as soon as the rate hike kicks in, it'd be to the moon from there. The whole Ukraine war kind of threw me off a little bit, but it seems like crypto's rallying regardless of that whole thing. Um, Now, with that being said, whenever that thing ends, because it will end, um, does that propel us further, or are we just bypassing it altogether? That I don't know. That I'd be very curious on, and I don't really have any historical data to go off of. Um, so just looking at some of the quick news on the live wire, Bitcoin breaks 46, calls resistance at 48 and 51. So we're right at 48 right now, just past it, and we'll see what happens with that. Either way, I think it's going to be great, and there's a lot of long term things coming down the pipeline. I think the next huge catalyst for Bitcoin will be either an ETF, like a real ETF, and then regulation. When official regulation comes out, I think that will also moonshot this thing because maybe not right away, obviously, but as soon as the big banks can figure out a way to get into this thing regulated, it's going to be huge. Biden budget proposal estimates an additional 11 billion in revenues by updating crypto rules. Ugh. But again, I'm not afraid of regulation. I think regulation is what we need. Is what we're going to. It's what's going to moonshot this thing. So, uh, Bitcoin hits break even for first time in year as it blows past 47 before settling back down. Shiba Inu Solana tokens lead gains as Bitcoin hovers over 47K. I tell you, I'll get into it when I get to the prices, but I mean, there are some things that are just, oh my God, I am loving it. Super green. All right, nothing else really going on here. It's all about the fact that Bitcoin is just breaking through. Nothing's really talking about why it's breaking through, just the fact that it is. Um, and I'm sure when I get to the money flow, there's going to be a huge amount of money flow. I mean, for something that's almost that has $1 trillion market cap, is probably below that now, but um, for it to move 7%, that's huge. That's a lot of money. Okay. Let's check on my email here. This is fresh boys, and the one or two girls that are out there. Now invest in bits of Bitcoin through a Bitcoin ETF. This is from Acorns. So if you're unfamiliar, I'm not going to take a lot of time on it. Acorns is an app that lets you passively invest in the index for the most part. Um, it really just follows the market. I've been doing it for 2, maybe 3, heck, maybe even 4. I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time. I don't really do a lot to it. I put $10 a week directly in there, and then it rounds up your change and puts it in there. So what I mean by rounds up your change is it's tied to my bank account. So if I buy something for $1.05, it will round that $1.05 up 95 to $2, and then that 95 cents goes into a bucket. When the bucket hits over $5, it will withdraw $5 or whatever the amount is out of my checking account and then add it to it. So um, it's really cool. It's extremely passive. You don't do anything. So, whatever. I do. I will have a link down below for Acorns if you want to join using my link, and I think we both get a little something something. So, all right, let's read this email. So now invest in bits of Bitcoin through a Bitcoin ETF. Now, it doesn't really get into how it's an ETF. Introducing Bitcoin the Acorns way. Now you can diversify your investments even further by adding Bitcoin exposure through a Bitcoin ETF to your portfolio. Here's how it works. Investing in bits. Bitcoin can be risky. To help you manage this risk, we set guardrails in place that allow you to invest up to 5% of your overall portfolio in a Bitcoin ETF. So you're capped at 5% of your overall portfolio. So, they're not going to let you put in a huge percentage of your portfolio. Not not huge at all, 5%. But I will say again, it's just for one, it's adding to the Bitcoin adoption. Um, they're the first one that I know of to do it, and 5% of a you know $100,000 portfolio is still something. I mean, it's not a lot. Hell, you're not. I don't know. That's not really 5%. I don't know how I feel about that. But again, maybe they up it over time. They just dropped this thing, and Bitcoin, crypto as a whole is very volatile, very risky. And, they don't want people seeing their portfolios just absolutely tank overnight because they're 80% Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin takes a 30% bath and then they're all freaking out, right? Diversification. Historically, Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETFs have had low correlation with stocks. That means when the price of the stock goes up, or down, it doesn't necessarily influence the value of Bitcoin, making it a great way to diversify your investments even further. It's easy. Adding Bitcoin exposure to your portfolio is simple. No extra apps, passwords, or digital wallets. Just a few taps is all it takes to sprinkle bits of Bitcoin on your already diversified investments. And that's it. So, I gotta assume because I'm not aware of any new ETFs coming out. So, like I said, Acorns invest in index funds that basically just mirror the market anyway, right? So, I gotta assume the Bitcoin ETF is the one that's already out, which doesn't directly buy Bitcoin. It just trades. You'd have to watch like Guy, who is that? Man, his name is Guy. Coin Bureau. He has a video on that. I might, if I have the time, I might add that link down below. You can watch it if you're really curious. But there is a Bitcoin ETF. I think there's more than one. There might be two. Um, but neither one of them actually invest in Bitcoin. They just track the current, price of Bitcoin in some convoluted way. Again, I know for a fact Coin Bureau has a video on it that goes into detail. Feel free to look at that on how the ETF works. So this is cool. Bits of Bitcoin. I like it. It's catchy. I have an Acorns account. I've had it for years. Will I add it in there? Absolutely. Why not? I buy Bitcoin several different ways. I have a mining rig that pays me in Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin directly on right now I use Coinbase for the Bitcoin. Um, I'll probably move that over to the crypto.com app though. And then then this would be a third way that I just passively gain crypto exposure. I feel like crypto overall is the future, which Bitcoin leads all of crypto. So, um, 20 years from now, yeah, any investments I can have in crypto, Bitcoin especially, is going to be a good move in my book. So we're gonna move on. Looking at the bubbles. Look at SHIB, almost 17% in a day. That is awesome. Love to see that. Um, I have a ways to go before I'm profitable in SHIB. Gala? Gala is something I am winning on. I put a huge bag in Gala at 20 cents and set price targets for 25 cents, 30 cents, and 39 cents. Uh, I will, when I see it get to 40 cents, I will activate the sell order. I will put in a sell order for if it goes below 36 cents. So, um, and if it doesn't go below that, I will just continue every 5 cents. I will set another sell order. So if it goes to 45, I will sell at 40. If it goes to 50, I'll sell at 45. You get what I'm saying? Um, which I can't remember the percentages, but it's a huge play for me. So I'm excited. The other big ones on here, so you got Waves at 24 cents. I've heard of Waves, but I don't really have any knowledge on it. I have never heard of GNO. I don't know what that is. Genosis? I don't know, but it's up 30% today. That's a heck of a day. Um, it's ranked 95, so it's under a billion. 902 million is its market cap. It must have very, very, very low circulation because it's trading at $484 for one GNO. So that tells me right there it has a very low circulation. So I don't know anything about that. If you're in there and you're enjoying that ride, congratulations. Solana. I'm about 50-50 on Solana. So I was buying it way back in November, December, around the $200 mark. So I am definitely still down almost 50% on that. But I also was making new purchases of Solana, dollar cost averaging myself when it was at the $80 mark. So I would have to look. I don't think I'm fully in the green on Solana. But I still love to see this rally. We're up 22% for the month. So I definitely expect to see that get back up to that $200 mark eventually. Mana up to, or I'm sorry, going for 279 right now. That's a really good. I was buying at 250. I have bought and sold Mana a couple different times. Normally I get it for around 250, 240, and then when it gets up to $3, $4, I start selling. ETH sitting at 3,400. I tell you, man, this thing has been mooning, and I love every minute of it. I am holding a decent sized bag of ETH. I have all of it on Coinbase staked for ETH 2.0, so I can't do anything with my ETH, but I like to see the value grow anyway, and waiting for ETH 2.0 to become a thing. So Phil, Filecoin. I do not invest in Filecoin, but I still like to follow it. I like to see what's going on with it. It is the number one data storage coin, followed by Arweave, which I do invest in Arweave. I have a good sized bag in Arweave. I was buying Arweave in the 30s, 20s. I've bought it in the 50s before. I believe heavily in Arweave and see some good things going with that. So, Filecoin. So, data storage overall is just going up. So, Filecoin's up 17%. AR up almost 10% for the day. So, sitting at almost $40 in Arweave. I can tell you, I am in the green on Arweave. Um, I got to tell you again, it's not a sexy coin. It's not. Look at his 24-hour trading volume. It's up 10% and his trading volume is only 72 million on a market cap of 1.3 billion. This thing does not have a lot of attention, but it moves dramatically. And there's a huge future for it. It's still not on Coinbase. even though I believe the video I made on it, Coinbase Ventures invested in it. So I mean, I see it coming to Coinbase as soon. Coinbaro once again, he just made a video on Arweave like 2 maybe 3 days ago. Um, uh, Basically, I mean, making a good case for it that I already knew. Okay, but I still think you're early to get in on Arweave because again, it's not even on Coinbase. Come on, folks. Any coin you can get that has great fundamentals, great movement, great future without being on Coinbase is a good time to get in because whenever it does get on Coinbase, it's going to moon. Even if it is artificial and it doesn't last long, it still gives you a huge trading opportunity. Um, and then when it settles back down, you get back in. It's just what we do. All right, we're gonna move on from the vocals. So as you can see on the trending, you got Ape Coin, of course. It just kind of sits there. It just came out. Bitcoin and then SHIB are the top three trending. So I like to see that. Some good things going on there. So we got Bitcoin up almost 7%, sitting at 47.8. Ethereum up 7%, sitting at 3,400. Solana up almost 8%, sitting at 111. SHIB Quad 02863 up 17% today alone. Chronos, CRO, crypto.com, sitting at just below 50 cents, up almost 6% for the day. I will tell you that is another one that I am making money on. I was buying CRO. I've bought a lot of CRO. Um, I mean, I have bought some at 50 cents. So obviously, I'm not making money at 50 cents, but I was also buying it at 40 cents, 45 cents even. I stacked quite a few uh, crypto.com coins, or well, they've changed their name to Chronos. CRO, whatever. Mana, already talked about that. So we're up almost 6%, sitting at 279. Gala, already talked about that. We're sitting at almost 28 cents, up 11% for the day, 20% for the 7 day. Arweave up 10%, $40 an Arweave token, almost 21% increase for the week. I mean, again, oh my God, everything is just gorgeous, just so gorgeous. Um, Here's one I missed and I will get in. Still, Pokin, PKN. I have a video on it. Feel free to look at my, um, uh, I believe it would be in the coin review folder or whatever. But anyway, PKN. I've been following this thing for a while. It's up almost it's at least it's almost up almost 500 ranks, okay? Meaning it was ranked well into the 4,000s. It was a penny not even 2 weeks ago. It's up 76% in the 7 days, up almost 18% today, sitting at selling for 3 cents. I still believe in PKN. I think what they have to offer is freaking amazing, and I still want some PKN even after a 70% increase. Now, would I buy it today? No, I'm gonna wait for a down day. Um, but if I can get it, I still think 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents, still good buy. I don't know where I would I would have to look at it again more directly and see like if they even have a competitor and who I can compare their market cap against. What they're into is they're adult industry token, so it's very interesting. And when you start thinking metaverse and people doing things virtually, you can just imagine people might want to virtually date somebody. It's not hard to imagine. I would like a virtual girlfriend. She would be cool. And then when I'm tired of her, I can turn it off, right? Take the glasses off. However it ends up that we interact with the metaverse, that'd be cool. Have some fun, do a good time, and then when she starts talking about cleaning dishes, I just take the glasses off. Like, all right, I'm done. VVS, last thing I'll talk about. Uh, still pretty low. Have not given up on VVS yet. Quad zero 2825 up almost 8% for the day, up 24% for the 7 days. So still a lot of good things going on for that. There might be another update video in the very near future for me on that. So looking at the fear and greed, we're at a 60. I tell you, I started investing in crypto in November. Okay. November, right before the immediate downturn of the entire market, late November, early December. I haven't seen a 60 not one time. Okay. So, interesting to see. Now, again, just like when we're sitting over here at 10s and 20s and we're like, you can't sit in extreme fear forever. You can't sit in greed forever either. So, do we have further to go? Yes, absolutely. We're not even in the green yet. Um, but when it starts getting into this extreme greed area, that will be concerning for me because once you hit extreme greed, for one, you can't stay there forever, just like you can't stay in extreme fear forever. So there will be a pullback at some point, but we are not even all the way into this hump yet. So I still see some good things coming there. Volume flow. Let's see here. So net flow, everything. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna move on from that. Look at the buy flow. It's literally everything. It's not one big thing. I mean, the entire market. No wonder why the entire market is green because it's literally everything. I mean, look at it. I mean, you can see the big boys. You got ETH, you got BTC, SHIB, XRP, AVAX, ADA, Doge. The money flow, there is nothing for me to discern from this money flow because it's literally everything. Um, the biggest lines are your biggest ones, ETH with 1 point something billion. Let me see where 1.7 billion flowing into Bitcoin. Um, Sell flow, not a lot of sell flow. There is some, obviously, but most of it is selling into Bitcoin. So just trading the ZIL, yeah, that just had a huge run, so that sold into a USDT. Interesting. So somebody took profits, big profits. 253 million sold to USDT. So somebody took huge profits off that. And then BTC. So everything is just really just going into anybody that is selling is just selling into USDT, which they will then flow from USDT into whatever they want to buy next. So it's just an all around green market, free for all. We're sitting, in greed, so you could see it. It matches. We're in greed, and literally, they will buy. People are buying anything and everything. If and then this is why I was buying when we were in extreme fear. I was just, you're going to bounce back eventually, and look at the bounce back, insane. Okay. I was gonna check my Twitter, but I'm not. So, I'm gonna leave it there. So again, great day. Is there anything I'd be buying today? For me personally, no. Um, I'm just gonna sit back and I was doing. If you've seen any of my videos, I was dollar cost averaging a month ago for this sole purpose. Okay. My whole point was when everybody was in when fear and greed was sitting at extreme fear, that was when I wanted to buy because I knew when they did the rate hike, that would be the time to ride the wave up and start thinking of selling points, not buying points. For me, this isn't, you know, could I buy some things right now? Absolutely. I mean, I would buy Ethereum, I would buy Bitcoin, um, Gala, maybe. I still think CRO can go to $1. I might want to buy that. But I'm more looking at the fact that when we go all the way to extreme greed, that will be where most of my tokens hit their sell points. And that will be when I start taking all of my profits. And then I'll just huddle until uh we go the other way again, and everything starts looking like a buy again. It's a freaking game out here, folks. There are certain things like Bitcoin and ETH that I will buy and just sit on, and my kids will inherit my Bitcoin. Okay, um, but a lot of the altcoins, they're all trading vehicles for me. Yes, I might believe in the project. I believe in Gala. Gala's got some great things going on. I am still going to sell my Gala when it gets to the price point I'm looking at. Okay, and then I might buy it again if nothing changed. But it's a trading vehicle. I'm here to make money. I do some investing, and then I do some trading. And to me, this is a trading time. I'm more looking at when to sell than when to buy. I was looking at when to buy last month, 2 months ago. So where are you at? What are you doing? What are you buying? Leave it in the comments below. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm out. Peace.